The NFL draft really has become just a juggernaut of entertainment because respect to the NFL, they've made a multi-night prime time television, does huge ratings. Fans come out from all across the nation to support their teams, and it's just a dude or a person reading names. That's really all it is, man. Like, this used to be done over the phone. Like, this used to be, they used to call this the NFL selection meeting. Like, this was boring ass stuff, man. But now it's turned into just a cultural phenomenon. And they're taking on the road again for the 2023 season. Kansas City, all up in here. Last year was in Vegas. It's been moving around the last couple years. Nashville, Chicago, moving it out of just New York, even though I do miss Radio City Music Hall. Just like going up there, daps all the pomp and circumstance, but whatever it is. But the NFL announced that the 2023 draft will be held in Kansas City, Missouri from April 27th to 29th. And also Will Anderson is apparently going to be very highly selected per Field Yates. Extremely talented player coming from Alabama. Now, with Kansas City, Las Vegas was an easy sell, right? Because Vegas has everything. It's like Vegas, you can have degeneracy, you can gamble, you can take part of other vices out there. But Kansas City, so it's in the middle of the country, but the thing that's going to sell it is the barbecue. Like, if you've ever been to a Chiefs game, that tailgate around Arrowhead, or just the entire parking lot around Arrowhead and Kauffman, is just full out barbecues, grills all over the place. And it's just the smells. The smells, the humanity, it's just amazing. Now, with Kansas City, I'm a little bit biased. Now, I've been to Kansas City a handful of times when I was younger, a couple times as an adult. And for me, barbecue, it comes down to two places. Like, there's a lot of smaller, fantastic barbecue places, but the two main juggernauts in the area are Gates Barbecue and Arthur Bryant. So they're going to go head to head. But to be honest, there really is, like 20, 30 really fantastic barbecue places in Kansas City, and you really can't go wrong. And Kansas City, it's going to be a little bit sweeter sauce, a little bit more focus on ribs and pork versus, brisket down in Texas, pulled pork and more acidic sauce over in the Carolinas, etc. But it's all good. It's all good, baby. Yeah, that's right, man. And then, well, it's even more confusing. So Kansas City is in Missouri. I don't think people know or understand this. Like, Kansas City is Missouri. Like, when the Rams were in St. Louis, Missouri had two football teams, which is confusing, right? Look at Arrowhead. It is deep in Missouri territory. Also, what's even more confusing is that you can see in the top right corner, there's a Missouri City, which is also is in Missouri. But again, whatever. There you go. And then, well, the question is, where are they going to have festivities? Now, for me, just as a purist, it would be fantastic if they just did it at Arrowhead and, they set up stages and whatever, and then they just had people tailgate, right? And just have that really authentic atmosphere, and it would be phenomenal. But the NFL, they're going to want to set up their vendors, their food trucks, their tchotchkes, all that stuff. So it's probably going to be downtown, Power and Light, P&L District, downtown Kansas City. It's a good time. It really is a good time, and it's really laid out very well around the T-Mobile Center, where there's a lot of hotels, there's a lot of parks, there's a lot of open areas, there's a lot of kitschy bars and restaurants. So I think that makes the most sense to have it downtown. But again, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But looking at the draft, I mean, as much as the 2022 draft was derided for not having top-end quarterback talent, I mean, this could be another draft where quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3, win, play, show. You have Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Tanner McKee all up in there. There's even a couple of other guys that are getting some traction heading into the 2022 football season. Of course, Will Anderson is going to be high up there. I do think that he has Myles Garrett, Joey Bosa type talent all up in there. So, again, we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty excited about this. Overall, Kansas City is a phenomenal city. I think that it's a lot of fun. Plus, you're hitting it at a good time of year where, April in April in southwestern Missouri. It's beautiful, man. But I will say, August in Kansas City, it is as close to the surface as the sun as possible. Where, we complain about heat right here in the great state of Minnesota, right? Or this week, last week, yesterday. Whatever. It was like 95 and humid. And you talk about Las Vegas or LA, it's like, oh, it gets 110, but that's dry heat. That's no humidity. Kansas City can get up to 105, 110 with full humidity. Like, you have never felt more melty in your life. Like, absolutely never. Never, never, never. But exciting times. The NFL is taking the 2023 draft to Kansas City. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.